Monian downs talamu, stalm hina gruagach
Hi, this is Courtney Williams from Outlander Behind the Scenes, bringing you another segment of my interview with Agav Ó Broin. Agav is the Gaelic consultant for Outlander. In this segment of our interview, Agav talks about who he considers his work wife, his work buddies, and he also tells us what it's like to work with Ron and Diana. Please enjoy my interview with Agav Ó Broin. All right, we're live.
It's alive.
We're live. There's also this theme of couples in this show. You know, there's Diana's long-term marriage, which is at like 46 years maybe now. And then there's Terry and Ron and Bear and Rhea. And then these other like work couples, like Terry and Gary, Ron and Meryl. So, and then you're married, you're in a long-term relationship with Lisa. And who would you say is your work wife if you had to choose one?
There is no point in beating about the bush whatsoever. Carol Ann Crawford, the dialect coach, myself and her literally, worked in each other's pockets. And that was as a matter of choice because we both trust each other implicitly. She's an absolutely just superb woman, consummate professional, great at what she does, bakes stuff that will put pounds on you and mercilessly brings it onto set. Everyone loves Carol Ann. This is a woman without a bad bone in her body, and yet she's very keen to get things right. So she's got all the right qualities as a person and as a colleague. But we were there as each other's agony aunt and uncle as well. And at the end of the day, you're only one cog in a big machine, and you don't always get your way. So we definitely came together occasionally, like, that didn't go right, or oh man, we're going to get a chance to do this, or oh, could you do me a favor and help me with that, because I don't think I'm going to quite get it done in time or whatever. And we were thrown together as a department in the sense that when you're a specialist in a certain field, nobody in production can say to you, oh, well, here's how you should work, because they don't know your field. They're hiring you as the expert, and they put their trust in you. And I'm immensely grateful to Ron and Meryl and David for that, and they trusted myself and Carol Ann to do our parts. But if you're a one-man band, the guy, give me Merach, and there goes another daughter to bed. If you're only a one-man band, so you're not like the camera department where you've got 10, 20 people to work with, or the sound department where you've got half a dozen guys working together, or the makeup department where there can be up to 30, 40 people when there's a whole load of extras. If you're a one-man band, it can be quite tough to just push through yourself. So myself and Carol Ann were both one man and one woman bands. So we were like, well, we're sharing an office, we might as well band together and help each other out. And there's so much crossover, and we were able to really support each other thoroughly through season one, because we were both there 11 hours every day, 5 days a week. I'm just incredibly lucky that Carol Ann was the kind of person that she was. She was tremendous.
So for people who don't know what she does, can you just kind of spell that out?
Yeah, well, she is the dialect coach. So where I take care of Gaelic language concerns, Carol Ann takes care of the Lowland Scots language and the Scottish English. So she takes care of Lowland Scots, i.e. when people are saying things like dinna fash, or you ken what I mean, or I canna do that, and things that maybe just sound like slightly differently accented English are actually Scots words, Lowland Scots words, which is Lowland Scots is our Germanic tongue that arrived in Scotland sometime in the 4th, 5th, maybe 6th centuries. So it's been here a while. And she also takes care of Scottish accents. So for instance, Duncan, Stephen, let's see who else, Graham. Graham more or less had his accent from other things, so he was okay. Sam, of course, wanted to do the Highland accent, which was great, which we loved. But Carol Ann obviously had to work with Sam, who's not a Highlander, obviously from Dumfriesshire. to perfect the Highland accent. And then not only that, but she would work with people who came on set who had to perform particular accents that maybe weren't Scottish ones, that were maybe particular English ones or Irish ones, or you know. So Carol Ann, there's a video kicking about online where she goes right round Scotland and does all the accents, and I mean it's really impressive. So fantastic skills, you know, very versatile with her voice, and a terrific actor as well. You see, of course, Carol Ann's been in theatre for years.
Your father was such a delightful man. I'll always remember his sense of humour.
Thank you.
The Reverend helped so many people. He'll be sorely missed.
Thank you. Would you excuse me for a moment?
Oh, of course.
And you know, has done all sorts of things. So she knows how the business works. You know, she's not only good with voices, but she is an actor herself. She understands the pressures and the concerns.
So she's your work wife.
Absolutely.
And who are your buddies, your Outlander buddies, and what do you guys do for fun?
My really good friend on set would be Standby Carpenter, Hamish McCleary. Just a terrific guy. We used to hang out, and he actually worked in a bar that I used to play gigs in back in, wow, you're really going back now, 17, 18 years ago, you know, and we didn't really know each other back then, but we knew each other's faces. Come on set, and I said, Hamish, and he was like, don't ask me to tell you, you know, but your name, but I know who you are as well. And it was like, yeah, 13th note, and he's like, yes, of course, you know, so that was great. And we had a brilliant time hanging out and, you know, been for a few drinks and that, and got to catch up on the intervening years. Stephen Walters, of course, is he's just a joy. He's just a fantastic fella. Great sense of humour, incredibly laid back kind of guy, you know, great to work with. You know, I mean, if you could get as far from a diva as possible, you know, if there's a corner some few million miles over there with you know, sort of as far from diva as possible signed on it, Stephen's standing under that sign quietly, just chilling out.
So Adam, Ron and Diana both seem really cool. What was your experience working with them?
Ron's just, you know, I'm sure he has a non-laid back side, but I've never seen it. You know, he's always just so chilled out. You know, and somehow he gets the most immense amount of stuff done, you know, which is a great combination.
You talk about pressure. He's under pressure for the whole show.
I know.
The whole, and he takes all the, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, and you know.
Well, that's experience though, isn't it? I mean, he's been doing this kind of thing for a long time, and I suppose you just start to be able to roll with the blows at all times. And you know, even if you come across a new situation you've never dealt with, it will probably be similar to something you've experienced before. You know, and I mean, that's something nice for all of us as we go through life and we pick up experience. We start saying, gosh, that isn't as stressful as it would have been for me 10 years ago, because I kind of know how to deal with these sort of people or this sort of situation, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I often think about Diana, who takes the time and space she needs to create these books, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But Ron is given, like, you know, you have this many episodes, this much money, here's this giant schedule, and, you know, make something amazing, ready, go. Some
people like the pressure. I don't know whether Ron likes the pressure or not, but he creates great stuff under it, so must work. Diana's yeah, I mean, there's no superlatives possible really to describe that woman's brain. You know?
I'm right there with you.
I'm all out.
Her combination of talent for writing, and then her sense of humor and her recall is crazy.
Yep.
You know, just she's like a gigantic computer that just with a great sense of humor.
Oh, incredible wit. Incredible. Yeah, just a joy to be around, a joy to work with. You know, it was brilliant working on The Companion last year. That was fantastic. You know, because we would be pinging emails back all the time on it, you know, and you get to know a person through the way they deal with you. So incredibly polite and warm and generous and decent and honest and caring. and sharing and
Humble comes to mind for me. Humble, like
sure.
she's
Oh yeah,
and accessible and just willing to. I don't know. She's amazing.
completely no nonsense though, which
Oh yeah,
I totally dig as well.
she does not suffer fools gladly.
Hut, hut, I'm done. Love it.
It's wonderful to see you and
Aye.
talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Valley.
Was het hatuku hena bochen go get boga hook me loy gut monian downs talamu stalm hina gruagachs tu halin downes boche ddim feoch atol mi fuagut Monian downs talamu.